Search goes on in San Francisco for the man known as the Zodiac Killer.
The psychotic killer has already murdered 5.
He claims that he has murdered 13 individuals. Of course, our records reflect 5.
Imagine a mystery so profound that it continues to baffle investigators half a century later. The Zodiac Killer saga is a chilling narrative woven with cryptic codes, calculated killings, and a criminal mind that remains elusive to the world's best detectives. Emerging from the shadows in the late 60s, the Zodiac Killer terrorized the San Francisco Bay Area, leaving a dark trail of victims that extends into the early 70s. The number of confirmed victims stands at 5, but the real count could be as high as 37, as the killer himself claimed. But the Zodiac was not just a serial killer. He was a showman, a master of manipulation who reveled in the fear he inspired. His notoriety was not merely due to the brutality of his crimes, but also his habit of sending cryptic messages to the press. These taunting letters, often accompanied by complex ciphers, were the killer's audacious signature, a daring challenge thrown at the police and the public. The case of the Zodiac Killer was a media sensation, grabbing headlines across the nation. The high-profile nature of the case, combined with the audacious codes and the chilling letters, turned the Zodiac Killer into a terrifying phantom in the public consciousness. The media frenzy, the public's fear, and the killer's audacious nature combined to create an enduring intrigue that still fascinates and terrifies us today. Despite the best efforts of law enforcement agencies and codebreakers, the Zodiac Killer's identity remains a mystery. His codes, a jumbled mess of symbols and letters, have baffled experts for over 50 years. Even as some of his codes have been broken, others remain unsolved, a testament to the killer's cunning mind. The Zodiac Killer's identity remains shrouded in mystery, but could his codes hold the key? As we delve deeper into this enigmatic tale, we'll explore the tantalizing possibility that the solution to one of the most infamous unsolved cases in criminal history may lie hidden in a string of cryptic symbols. In his game of cat and mouse with law enforcement, the Zodiac Killer left behind a series of cryptic codes. This was more than just a hobby for our elusive antagonist. It was a part of his twisted game. The codes, a chilling blend of symbols, letters, and numbers, were his way of taunting investigators, a mental challenge thrown at those who dared to capture him. The Zodiac Killer's coded messages, known as ciphers, were discovered at the scenes of his gruesome crimes and in letters mailed to newspapers. Some were found etched onto the doors of his victims' cars, others hidden in plain sight in public places. These ciphers were not just random scribbles. They were meticulously crafted puzzles that held within them the keys to the killer's identity. The Zodiac Killer's ciphers were a labyrinthine mix of symbols and characters, a testament to their creator's intellectual prowess. They were so complex that even the most skilled cryptographers and codebreakers had their work cut out for them. The complexity of these codes not only stumped law enforcement but also added to the killer's mystique, turning him into a figure of fear and fascination. Despite the best efforts of law enforcement and independent codebreakers, many of the Zodiac Killer's codes have remained unsolved. These undeciphered codes stand as a grim reminder of the killer's cunning and the fear he instilled. In one chilling letter, the Zodiac Killer claimed that his identity was hidden within his ciphers. This claim has led to numerous attempts at deciphering the codes, with everyone from amateur sleuths to professional cryptographers trying their luck. Yet, despite their best efforts, the killer's identity remains cloaked in mystery, hidden within the complex web of symbols and characters. Despite numerous attempts, many of these codes remain undeciphered, a testament to the killer's cunning. The Zodiac Killer's codes are more than just a puzzle. They are a chilling reminder of a killer who played a deadly game of cat and mouse with law enforcement, a game that remains unresolved to this day. One of the Zodiac Killer's codes, however, has been cracked. Plunging into the labyrinth of cryptology, let's delve into the 408-symbol cipher, a complex jigsaw puzzle of letters and symbols that held a chilling message from the Zodiac Killer. This cipher, sent in pieces to newspapers in San Francisco in the late 60s, was a macabre challenge from the killer himself, a dare to the authorities and to the world to try and unmask him. The 408-symbol cipher is a cryptic canvas of squiggly lines, circles, and crosshairs, a chaotic compilation of symbols that, when assembled correctly, would reveal a message from the killer. It took a schoolteacher and his wife, Donald and Betty Hardin, all the way from Salinas, California, to decipher this enigma. proving that sometimes ordinary people can achieve extraordinary things. The Hardens, armed with only a pencil, a stack of papers, and their wits, cracked the code. The message they unearthed was chilling, a cold-blooded confession from the Zodiac Killer himself. The decoded text read, "I like killing people because it is so much fun. It is more fun than killing wild game in the forest because man is the most dangerous animal of all." This message, as disturbing as it was, added a new dimension to the case. It gave us a glimpse into the mind of the killer, a peek into the twisted perspective that drove him to commit such heinous acts. This deciphered message, however, was more than just a confession. It was a taunt, a challenge, a grim reminder that the Zodiac Killer was still out there, watching and waiting. The implications of this deciphered message were profound. It was a tangible link to the Zodiac Killer, a potential lead that could, in theory, help to unmask him. However, despite the efforts of the authorities, the identity of the Zodiac Killer remains a mystery. The deciphered message added a new layer of terror to the Zodiac Killer's crimes, but did it bring us any closer to his identity? Despite the breakthrough, the answer, unfortunately, remains elusive. This is the enigma that is the Zodiac Killer, a mystery that continues to haunt us, even today. The Zodiac Killer's most intriguing code, however, remains unbroken to this day. This cipher, known as the 340-symbol cipher, is a perplexing web of symbols and letters that was discovered in November 1969. It was sent in a letter to the San Francisco Chronicle, a taunting gesture that continues to baffle us even today. Over the years, numerous attempts have been made to crack this enigmatic cipher. Code breakers from all walks of life, from seasoned cryptographers to enthusiastic amateurs, have tried their hand at unraveling this complex puzzle. The FBI, too, has dedicated countless hours and resources to this task, yet the 340-symbol cipher remains as elusive as the killer himself. The challenges faced by these codebreakers are not to be underestimated. The Zodiac Killer was no ordinary criminal. He was a master of manipulation, a puppeteer who loved to play games with the police and the public. The 340-symbol cipher is a testament to his twisted genius. It is not just a collection of symbols and letters, but a labyrinth designed to confound and confuse. Yet, the potential significance of this unbroken code cannot be overstated. If deciphered, it could provide us with invaluable insights into the mind of the Zodiac Killer. It could reveal his motivations, his thought processes, and perhaps even his identity. It is a tantalizing prospect, one that continues to fuel the ongoing efforts to crack the code. The 340-symbol cipher is more than just a code. It is a symbol of the Zodiac Killer's audacity and cunning. It is a reminder of the terror he instilled and the lives he claimed. But it is also a beacon of hope, a beacon that, one day, we might finally unmask the man behind the monster. Could the unbroken code hold the key to the Zodiac Killer's identity? The answer to that question remains shrouded in mystery, just as the Zodiac Killer himself. But as long as the code remains unbroken, the hunt for the Zodiac Killer will continue. In the digital age, new methods of code breaking have given us hope of finally cracking the Zodiac Killer's code. As we delve deeper into the 21st century, the tools at our disposal for code breaking have evolved significantly. Where once we relied on the astute minds of cryptographers and linguists, we now have the power of machine learning and artificial intelligence. These new age tools are capable of processing vast amounts of data and identifying patterns far beyond human capabilities, giving us fresh hope in the quest to crack the Zodiac Killer's code. Machine learning in particular has been a game changer. It uses algorithms to analyze data, learn from it, and then make predictions or decisions without being explicitly programmed to do so. In the context of code breaking, machine learning algorithms can be trained on known ciphers and then let loose on the Zodiac Killer's code, potentially finding patterns and connections that have eluded human eyes for decades. In addition to machine learning, another exciting development in the field of code breaking is the concept of crowdsourcing. This involves enlisting the help of a vast number of people, often from around the globe, to contribute their unique insights and perspectives. Crowdsourcing has been applied to the Zodiac Killer's codes, with intriguing results. By pooling the collective abilities of thousands, even millions of people, we increase the chances of finding that one crucial insight that could crack the code wide open. The power of the internet has also allowed for the creation of dedicated platforms where enthusiasts and experts alike can collaborate. These digital meeting grounds serve as a melting pot for innovative ideas and approaches, further fueling the efforts to decipher the Zodiac Killer's code. With these new tools, the Zodiac Killer's code may finally be within our grasp. The digital age has ushered in a new era of code breaking, one where the combined power of machines and the collective intelligence of humans worldwide may finally solve one of the most enduring mysteries of our time. The quest to identify the Zodiac Killer goes beyond his codes. In the wake of deciphering some of his cryptic messages, the pursuit has intensified, evolving into a multidisciplinary endeavor. Modern investigative methods have opened up new avenues in the hunt, and two of the most promising are DNA analysis and geographic profiling. DNA analysis, a tool that wasn't available during the height of the Zodiac's reign, could potentially provide the most direct path to his identity. Investigators have been attempting to extract DNA from the stamps and envelopes of the Zodiac's letters, hoping to find a match in the ever-expanding genetic databases. However, the process is fraught with challenges. The age and handling of the evidence pose significant obstacles, and there's always the possibility that the DNA found might not belong to the Zodiac. Geographic profiling, on the other hand, is a statistical method used to determine the probable home base of a serial offender. By analyzing the locations of the Zodiac's crimes, investigators hope to narrow down the search area. But here too, the challenges are daunting. The Zodiac was meticulous, leaving few clues at his crime scenes. And the passage of over 5 decades only complicates matters further. Yet despite these hurdles, there have been tantalizing hints of progress. In 2020, a team of cold case investigators claimed to have identified the Zodiac Killer through a combination of DNA analysis and handwriting comparison. Their assertions, however, have been met with skepticism, and without official confirmation, the case remains open. The hunt for the Zodiac Killer is a testament to human perseverance. It's a story of dogged determination, of investigators refusing to let the trail go cold, of code breakers dedicating years to cracking a single message. The Zodiac's identity may still be hidden in the shadows, but every day the light of investigation grows brighter. The Zodiac Killer's identity remains elusive, but the hunt is far from over. More than 50 years later, the Zodiac Killer's codes continue to captivate us. This statement rings true as we delve into the enduring mystery surrounding this enigmatic figure. The fascination with his cryptic messages is not simply a morbid curiosity. It's a testament to the human desire to solve puzzles, to crack codes, to lay bare the secrets that have been hidden from us. The Zodiac Killer's codes are not just a series of symbols and letters arranged in a seemingly random order. They are a window into the mind of a man who, for a brief period in the late 60s and early 70s, held a city, nay, a nation, in the grip of fear. They are a testament to the power of the written word, even when that word is cloaked in mystery. What draws us to these codes is not just the thrill of the chase, but the tantalizing possibility that they could hold the key to the identity of the Zodiac Killer. Every attempt to decipher these cryptograms is a step towards potentially unmasking one of America's most notorious criminals. And though many have tried and failed, the allure of this enduring mystery keeps us coming back time and time again. In this age of advanced technology and sophisticated code-breaking techniques, we may be closer than ever to cracking the Zodiac Killer's codes. If we were to succeed, the impact would be monumental. It could potentially lead to the identification of the Zodiac Killer, solving one of America's most enduring criminal mysteries. The very thought of this possibility sends shivers down our spines, yet it is this very prospect that fuels our continued efforts. The enduring mystery surrounding the Zodiac Killer and his cryptic codes is a testament to the human desire for resolution, for answers. It's a beacon that draws us in, compelling us to keep searching, to keep questioning. The Zodiac Killer's code may still hold his identity, a tantalizing prospect that keeps us searching for answers. Who knows what secrets we may yet uncover in the Zodiac Killer's codes? The search goes on, and we, captivated, follow.